All right, hi everyone. I just want to make sure that you understand how to format your paper. Your assignment is to type the first paragraph, the introduction. Your introduction could be 2 paragraphs if you want, but remember your paper only has to be 3 pages. All right, and the paper is the connection between the binary code and memory. So that's what you're talking about for your paper. All right, well, that's the topic of your paper. So the introduction that you're going to type is going to introduce the reader. You're going to tell the reader what you're going to be talking about. All of you have had English 110 or English 93 and above, whatever it is, you all know how to type a paper, a 5-page paper. This time I'm asking you to type a 3-page paper, and I'm asking you right now to type only the draft of your introduction. How are you going to start your paper? What are you going to say? All right. And this will be a draft that I will review, make my comments, and then you will type the rest of your paper. Now, that's one thing. What you need to do is make sure that you follow the MLA paper. Oh, I'm sorry, the MLA style. And I gave you the link. When you get into the link, this is what you're going to see. All right. The home page, okay, which is MLA style. But this is what you're going to see. So you'll have to scroll down, okay, until you get to formatting style and guide. Click into that, and then you'll see sample page or sample paper, right? And then you'll scroll down, and here's what your paper should look like, okay? Now, what do you notice? You'll notice that your name, Professor Sandy, Math 130, and the date that the paper is due, not the date that you type the paper. So let's say your paper is due October 1st, or your paper is due November 30th, or your paper is due September 30th, whatever it is. You'll see that the day, the month, and the year. Obviously, the year is 2018. You'll notice that you'll have your last name and the page number, all right, on the right corner. This name and all of this information is at the left margin. This is at the right side of your paper, justified. All right, the title of your paper, all right, here it is, not all in caps, and it's certainly not bold, and it's certainly not underlined. All right, so the title of your paper is The Connection Between Binary Code and Memory. And notice that your paper is double spaced. All right, all research papers are double spaced, and you'll also notice that the first paragraph is indented. So every time you start a new paragraph, all right, you have to indent the first line. So I'm going to show you how you can do this without having to remember to enter 2 or 3 times and do all of this stuff manually. All right, we're going to do this automatically. So let's go into our new page, a brand new page in our Word document. And you'll notice that by default, I'm in the center. You may be at the left margin. All right, so let's go over to the left margin. All right, now, your paper has to be, as you saw, okay, it has to be Times New Roman, okay, 12 point Times New Roman. That's your font size, okay? So, first thing we're going to do is change the font. Here we are. Click in, Times New Roman. You might have to scroll down to get to Times New Roman, and it's going to be 12, okay? So we already got that. Now, the next thing you're going to do is put the header, all right, your last name, and then the page number. All right, to do that, you click into Insert, all right, click into Header, okay, and then you're going to type right here, use the first one, all right, it's very easy, okay, and then you're going to go back to Home. You're going to make some changes, all right, bring this, you see where this is? This is aligning to the right, okay. Type your last name, so let's say your name is Jones, and 1, okay? And then you're going to close your header. Double click, okay? And now you're ready to start your paper. All right, so as you saw on the first page, so here is Mary Jones. Remember, we're in Times New Roman right here, 12. Notice I don't have to change. All right, we're going to right click. You have to type Mary Jones. go into paragraph. How did I get this? I right click, paragraph. Okay, now make sure, because when you look at your dialog box, it might have different numbers, but the spacing has to be 0 before and 0 after. If you have anything else, scroll up or down, whatever the number is, until you get to 0. All right, and you see where line spacing is? You might see this first. Okay, we cannot have multiple. We want to have double. Okay, all right, we got that? So click OK. All right, so after I type Mary Jones, then I type Professor Sandy. Okay, notice that there is no colon, no comma, no period, no bold, no anything. All right, and let's say the paper is due, what's today's date? 23 September 2018. All right, do you see that? Next thing you do is enter, because remember you're on double space. Okay, the title of your paper has to be centered. Okay, and the title is The Connection Between Binary Code and Memory. All right, then you press enter. Remember, because you already typed at the center, now you have to go to the left margin. All right, now didn't I say that when you start a new paragraph, you have to indent? Okay, so let's take a look. After we've done all of this, we right click again, paragraph. Okay, go where it says special, first line, click OK, and there's your first line. All right, now what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to save this document as a template. So you don't have to do this over and over again. All you have to do is just make the change in the names, which you were already going to do. I just use this as an example, so you would type your own name. File, save as. Okay, I have it on my hard drive, but if you want to use anything else, however you save your documents, file name is going to be research template. Okay, so you know exactly what this is. Save. Okay, and then whenever you need to pull it out for your paper, because remember, you're only typing the introduction, the draft of your introduction. So I want to see how you have set this up. I also want to see what your writing is like for the introduction, because if you cannot get your reader excited about your introduction, your reader's not going to want to read the rest of your paper. You know that yourself. If you watch a TV program or you go to the movies or something like that, if it doesn't grab you, you're not interested. All right? This is the way we are in the 21st century, and this is the way we have always been. This is not just brand new because we're using technology. All right? So then you close out your document, type the paper. All right, and your paper should look like this. And notice you won't have to, when you type, you won't have to enter 2 times or anything like that. You just keep entering. Even when you're typing between paragraphs later on, I'll show you that you don't have to enter another time. Okay, so your paper should look like this. Notice that, okay, between paragraphs, all you have to do is just press enter and it'll go on to the next line. All right, everybody sees that? Now we go back to the assignment, okay? And your assignment, okay, is to, now that you've typed the paper on binary and memory, those were just to make sure you understood what binary and memory are. You're now ready to type your first formal writing assignment. All right, so after I go over your introductory paragraph, you are going to type a 3-page essay on the topic, the connection between the binary code and memory. You want to use the information that you have learned from reading the 2 chapters, chapters 1 and chapter 2 in your textbook, and typing the separate essays on binary code and memory. All right, remember you typed those 2 separate essays. Writing assignment 1A was binary code. Writing assignment 1B was memory. Okay, you have a title, which we've already given you, an introductory paragraph. That's what I'm going to review. Then when I give it back to you, ladies and gentlemen, the following time, because your paper is going to be due October 8th. The final paper is going to be October 8th. The draft of the introduction is going to be due October 1st. Okay? If you've taken any text from the chapters and used your own words, paraphrased or copied word for word from the text, please cite your sources. I'm going to go over that next week. What I want to do right now is make sure that your introduction is exciting and interesting and that you have an introduction. You're not giving any essays or right in your first paragraph. All right, this is the owl that I just showed you when you click in. Okay, so this date is for your final paper, but the assignment that you're going to have, the paper is going to be due, the introduction is going to be due next week. All right, any questions, please post in Q&A on writing assignment, formal writing assignment number 1. Okay, thanks so much, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.